I had done some research with people at the Berkeley Law School a few years ago on tailored advertising in general. A tailored advertisement is an advertisement that is a commercial message or a political message that is based upon data that a company, an organization has about a particular individual, whether it's demographic data like income, like gender, like age, whether it's psychographic, like takes a lot of vacations, likes to sing songs, whether it's geographic data. And it was research that showed that a large proportion of Americans were resistant to, rejected tailored advertising, not just tailored advertising, but tailored discounts, tailored news. It was very surprising to marketers who believed that people would want things to be tailored for them, and to public policy people who may have felt that the public was resistant to certain kinds of tracking, but they didn't realize how large scale an issue this would be. It wasn't just that people resisted tailored advertising, but when we told them how they might be tracked, even the people who said it was okay, once we told them different ways that they may be followed, and we try to do it as a neutral way as possible, almost 90% of the people ended up saying that they didn't want it. So with the huge rise in tailored political advertising this particular year, I began to think several months ago that this would be an important topic. And with the help of the Annenberg School and the dean, Michael Deli Carpini, and two graduate students, Nora Draper and Rowan Howard Williams, we crafted a questionnaire that used some of the same questions from the previous one, but went beyond it to ask about tailored political advertising. What we found is right off the bat, when you ask people, do you want tailored political advertising, 86% said no. Apart from simply asking people whether they like political advertising tailored to their interests, we also gave them a number of scenarios, in particular 3 that we said, here are 3 things that may happen. If you found out a candidate you supported did one of these 3 things, would it increase your chance of voting for that person a lot, a little, or decrease your chance of voting? So for example, one had to do with using data about you to create a political ad. Another had to do with sending a friend of yours a Facebook ad that says that you like a particular candidate. And in both cases, as well as the third, we found large percentages of people who said that their chances of voting for the person would decline if this were going on, if they found out this were going on. In the Facebook situation, 70% said that their chances of voting for the person they supported would decline if they found that. What we have here is almost a classic dilemma. We have a situation where you have the rise of a new kind of advertising that is considered what is going to be the future of political advertising. And at the same time, you have findings that I think are quite strong that say the public says, no, don't do this. Now, there are going to be some political consultants who say, this is just a survey. We know that people simply will say one thing, but it won't bother them in the heat of everyday activity. Not only that, they won't know that it happens. Our response to this is, A, we found out that people quite do believe that it happens. We found that it didn't matter whether they were Republicans or Democrats. And in fact, we asked people whether they thought one party or another does it more than the other, and that wasn't any significant difference. But what we think that in the long term, this sort of situation can really be corrosive to the body politic. After a while, you won't know whether the ads from a candidate you get are being sent to you simply because they know who you are and what you might think, or because other people are getting them. Reporters won't know whether the ads they see are generally pervasive or just they get certain ones that because they're reporters. People will begin to get television commercials that are customized by candidates for them. So when this sort of thing becomes part of the body politic, people may well see it as an anti-democratic approach to doing democracy.